No, 2014, yeah.
And was it 2021 you reckon we were here last? I reckon, yeah.
That was 2020. It was off the back of COVID.
Yeah. 2020 was COVID, so I think, yeah, back in COVID 2021.
Yeah.
I'll let you do the wave conditions.
Not too far away from it. He better not start it. If he starts it. Hey, Shrek, are they going to start? Are they starting?
Starter, can we just hold? Starter, can we just hold for 2 minutes?
When?
Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome down to the finals package of the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series Burleigh 5000 2021's the line. Men are on the line, set and ready to go. Ironwoman not too far away. Mixed Taplin relay. It's a start for the summer, not our big events. We've got them coming up, the 10,000 points. And we love having the live stream here today, that is for sure. The Ironman on the line, set and ready to go. Duff, are you going to run us through the start list here in the Ironman Green of Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park? We'll roll through the list now. It's the Victorian now on the Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park. Sean Riley, Luke Chapman there of Southport. Ollie Monaghan makes his way into the final here at the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series. Mitch Stitt and Tex Dixon. Zach Morris probably the main. Obviously, the Northerly a big sweep all day today. The guys are going to be washed down to the south ever so slightly. They're out on that sort of medium bank there. It's chest out. Zachy Morris, don't worry about it. Straight up the guts. Yeah, he's all or nothing is Zach Morris. He likes to backy board. We'll see that final legged up board. We have had some great sprint finishes down here at Burleigh 5000 today, so it'd be good to see some more through the finals package. Centre of the field, maybe that Currumbin Cap Charlie Walker come together, and there's going to be a bit of thrash around that can for sure, and I think it is Walker out in front. Yeah, your eyes are unbelievable right there, Joshy. Good pick there. It's Walker out in front. Ethan Callahan there right on his feet. He's been swimming unbelievably today without the results. He swam himself into some trouble in the earlier race. It's a surf race today, but he led that one alongside clubmate Jimmy Kosh. But they're about to turn for home. It's Charlie Walker that leads them in with Ethan Callahan right there on his tail. And you can see there a good mix of Burleigh in there. Zach Morris right now in about 5th position. You got to make a choice here. Do you use that water? Do you use that push all the way down the beach? There's a little bank that kind of stands up, but you can end up getting washed into the hole, or do you cut back early and then use this northern bank? You're going to lose some spots cutting back, but it might be a little bit better in the long run here. They seem like they've started to edge back towards it, and now they'll run for home. Yeah, a few little waves just washed on through there, so it looks like they're going to go into a bit of a lull period there with the wave zone, which will give some of these back markers a bit of hope that a wave comes through and pulls them back onto the leaders as well here, but you can see they're just into that dead zone now. They're in the wave zone, but there is nothing on offer. This is setting up as a Jaggers seat weight type race. Burleigh winding their way up. Ethan Callahan there, he swum up alongside the leaders, starting to go to work. There's another cap in there. It's a Northcliffe cap pushing down. Might be Jake Morris, Zach Morris out in front there. So Walker, Morris, Ethan Callahan absolutely fighting it out. There's a couple of little lumps behind. This one might get picked up. Ludus wave out the back. It's going to bring the back markers right into it. There's going to be a swarm of it on it as well. On this northern side, someone's picked it up really, really well. Ethan Callahan out in front has picked up a nice little ride as well. Has Zach Morris. They've got a nice little bump right down to the south. You can see Burleigh Heads, but here it was. It was Kai Taylor picked that one up. Great little bit of body surfing there from Kai Taylor on the northern side. Ethan Callahan's found a nice little wave. He's going to stand first, and he's going to lead them around. Kai Taylor there in second spot. Charlie Walker did a lot of the hard work early. He's going to lead them out. Zach Morris there in fourth. Fletcher Warren up the beach as well. That's a great swim for him. A little bit of work to do. Corey Fletcher, Tex Dixon, they stand up, get into their work. A little bit further back, Sean Riley there. The Burleigh boys come charging out. Odin Parrish, Joel Piper, Ollie Dillon. Jai Timperley as well. They're onto their skis. Oh, drama for Zach Morris. He had to cut across the back of Ethan Callahan. That he's trying to jump on the tail. Callahan, he's on and away. Yeah, Callahan on and away. Kai Taylor just got caught by the wind and almost had to wear one on the lap. He's out. Kai Taylor's out. He come out of the swim first, but he's being washed sideways. That normally wreaking havoc there as we see the waves start to stand on up. Zach Morris and Charlie Walker bounce over that, but it's Ethan Callahan that's gone to the front. Jake Morris comes around, so does Ollie Monahan here, grabbing their skis. Onley's in, Fletcher Burdekin as well. You give Ethan Callahan an inch, you'll take a mile. He did this at the Hayden Kenny Classic, set himself up in the opening swim leg, then went away with it. We thought they were going to come back and get him 2 seasons ago, but he just kept charging on. Are we seeing Ethan Callahan really go to that elite level? We knew he was good, he was podium good, but are we seeing champion good? I'm not sure just yet. I want to call him champion good, but the form he's been in today has been undeniable. His swim leg has been so strong right now, and we can see he set this iron race up with a strong opening swim leg. His ski paddling looks like it's come on. It looks like he's grown into that strength, and I noticed yesterday he put a bit of muscle mass on. I was going to say he's become more of a man. He was only 17, 18 racing at this top level, and he looked like a boy. He's tall, he's broad, but he didn't have that bulk that we're sort of seeing from him now, and that's going to help his ski paddling. And there was an old adage, if your ski was good, your swim wasn't, but it seems like both of his are unbelievable. He has stretched the lead right now. He's put a full can length between him and Zach Morris in second spot. Charlie Walker of Currumbin still just holding in there on the minor places. He's on the podium right now, but Ethan Callahan turns, feels the northerly, and there's a nice little run in the bump behind him. It's go time for the rest of the field here. If they let him get 2 runners, one of them turns into a wave. It could be all over. Morris gets a run around the cans. Good run as well. He's picked up an absolute flyer there. It's come around the outside. He'll cut back towards the back of Ethan Callahan. The gap closes, but Ethan Callahan grabs a runner of his own. Yeah, Ethan Callahan, whatever Zach Morris can do, he's countering right now. Joel Piper's starting to make his way through the field really nicely as well. He didn't have the swim that I would have hoped from him, but looks like he's found his way in. Corey Fletcher had a great swim. He's put himself right into the mix. He's sitting in 5th spot right now. Charlie Walker finds a nice little bump. He comes down that, and Zach Morris, it looks like he's going to pull alongside Ethan Callahan and say, how's it going? Race into the 2-time defending Australian board champion, sits just behind the man in the lead here, Ethan Callahan. That is what you don't want to be chasing. Well, you don't unless you are the junior Australian champion, which Ethan Callahan is. So right now you've got the 2 champions. You've got the junior and you've got the open. It comes down to a board race. Big transition from Zach Morris. He closed the gap there. It's disappeared. Has to go a little further to grab his board. The boys stand up. Charlie Walker's having a day out. What a race from him so far. And Fletcher Warren, what about that? 2 young guns, the future of the sport, up into the top 4. Yeah, Fletcher Warren, big ski puddle there from him. Corey Fletcher coming on through there with Kai Taylor. Odin Parrish starting to get into his work as well. And here comes the Burleigh Brigade. Look at this, 6 of them in a row. All Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park. The home crowd, the beach, they erupt. They're trying to get their club mate home. Right now we go back to the pointy end now. It's Zach Morris and Ethan Callahan, and they have separated different parts of the beach. Zach Morris went a little bit further north. He jumped in that hole. Ethan Callahan got clipped once or twice on the way out. It's just slowed him up. So Morris has gone to the front. You can see Callahan trying to cut across. He's going to try and tack onto the tail there and hold on, turn it into a drag race on the way home. The one thing we know, Zach Morris, lightning quick up the beach. No one can beat him. Ethan Callahan, he's more of a grinder. He's fast, but he's better over that longer distance. He should have tried to take the pace up and hurt Zach Morris. But Zach sitting on the front will slow it down. He wants a sprint finish. Ethan Callahan doesn't look like a mover on the sand, but he can go. If you think back to the Australian titles, it was a race up the beach for 5, and he had clean sets of heels to get across the line. He may not look like the quickest across the sand, but that long stride goes a long way to him getting across the line. And he's sidelined that local knowledge coming out to play right now, but the wisdom, the experience, Zach Morris loves this position. Just stalking his prey, putting himself in the hunt, getting it down to a sprint finish, and then unleashing the ultimate weapon. They turn for home, they get up on the knees, start to go to work. The race for 3rd place is on. Those 2 boys there side by side, there's a runner on. Morris gets it, he goes up alongside Ethan Callahan, goes past him. Callahan's got to get down it. Ethan Callahan just starting to get into it now. Might have snuck away on a little bit of a bump. It fills in on him here. Zach Morris sits, waits, has another look. Ethan Callahan trying to get away on that little bump. The next wave in behind is going to come and bring them back together again. We're in for a sprint finish here. It's the final part of the Shore and Partners World Ocean Series. Zach Morris is going to go. Ethan Callahan tries to go with him. He almost accepts defeat. Rolls over to the champion, Zach Morris. takes out the first leg of the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series. Burleigh 5,000 upsets the home crowd here. As we go back to the minor places, Charlie Walker, you can probably hear the beach starting to erupt. That is a race for him. That is there, bringing the best of Charlie Walker out. We know he's been an up-and-comer. He comes out of Cooks Hill. He's got a phenomenal swim leg, and he set it up with that. That is a big result there for Charlie Walker. You can hear the Currumbin Vikings happy with that. They'll have the horns up. Fletcher Horn trying to hold off Corey Fletcher. He will be able to do it, though. He will. Not enough runway there for Corey Fletcher to chase down Warren as Odin Parrish comes across the line in 7th spot. Sean Riley will fill in those qualifying positions in number 8 there. Ben Highfield, big race from here in 9th position. Sprinting across the sand right now, it's Tex Dixon, Kai Taylor. This is it right now. Kai Taylor got his nose in front of Tex Dixon. Joel Piper just coming on through. Jake Morris trying a little sneak attack. He does. He comes from the clouds. And Joshy, you got the champ over there, Zach Morris.
Talk about spoiling the party. It was the Burleigh Club champs, but Zach Morris to done. Mate, how tough was that one?
Oh, that was pretty easy.
Oh, he's full of talk today. Big fella over here. He had to go hard on that ski to close the gap. He did a really good job in that. What's it like early in the season?
I had a few cobwebs yesterday because I haven't done really short course that much early because obviously we got the gold and we have to do it. So just doing that, and yeah, I backed my fitness today, and I know coming from the last canyon that's all right, especially in runs like this. So I just backed myself, and yeah, it ended up being
Good way to set up your summer. 5,000 points to kick it off. A win early on, give you some confidence.
yeah, it's good. It's good to see the gold training making a little bit fitter this year. So yeah, I wasn't spent after a race like that. I'm feeling all right.
Congratulations, well done. Winner, the Burleigh 5,000 here at the World Ocean Series, Zach Morris.
Thank you.
What a way to kick off the Australian leg of the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series. A big shout out to all of our international viewers. I hope you enjoyed France and the UK. We're now into the Southern Hemisphere leg. We've got 14 events ready to rock and roll. On the line now at the hands of the starter, we got the open female ironwoman. In position number 1, Lily O'Sullivan. Position 2, Tara Shotter. Charlotte Hart out of UK, now Burleigh heads Mowbray Park. She qualified for her first Shaw and Partners Iron Series last weekend. She's been in tremendous form. Jazzy Raywood there. She'll be one of the local hopes looking to get across the line, get some points, get some club pride going here. Fenella Gibbs-Bill of Noosa Heads. Bella Williams, she's made a recent move down to the Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park Club. So we'll wait to see what she can do for her new club here. Grace Harris of Mooloolaba, also in new colours. Lily Finardi of Northcliffe. Isabella Tate steps out of the under-17 age group and into the open ranks. She's got to do it the hard way these days. Claudia Kelly, they call her Dozer, and she has been on absolute fire this morning. Just finished off the podium in the open female ski. Tiani Massey, I think she is the main danger here. She's the big threat. She's the favourite on odds. Chelsea Wood, Carla Pappy, Claudia Rose-Slavin and Jess Conrad. The 15-year-old in the open ranks. She's been on a ski for a little over a year now. She's in here. She did it all on her own merit, and she's there. Watch for her to come out with a good first swim leg. Abby Talano of Mooloolaba. Dakota Luke, she's your ski champion from earlier, so she'll have a good little middle leg there. Dom Stitt of Mooloolaba has been in great form. Sienna Bush, also under the new club colours there at Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park. Look at her transition. She is an absolute flyer across the sand, and we round that out position 20 with Georgia Singleton. What a field of women for a 5,000 point Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series event. What a way to start the summer.
I was going to say spot on, maybe the best field we've seen at a 5,000 point event in a very long time. A lot of quality about this one. Couple of things stand out from that men's race. Swim leg, you set yourself up. You got to swim well in that opening leg. Good skills through that early part. We saw Zachy Morris come back on Ethan Callahan a couple of times just by picking the right line in that first 50 to 100 metres off the beach. So good decision making on the way home, and then obviously course management on the way back, lining up on that those turning flags on the way home. Having a look at Mooloolaba here, 3 girls in the final. It's been 15 years since they would have had more than one in the final. It's been Dom Stitt, Grace Harris, Abby Talano, Reese Drury, Maddie Dunn and the team up there doing a fantastic job.
Right.
So there's big times for Mooloolaba.
There's been so much talk about Michael King and what he's doing here at Burleigh. The last time we probably had 3 Mooloolaba females was when Michael King was in charge, but a big hats off to Reese Drury and Maddie Dunn and what they are doing up there, because look, The three girls there, Grace Harris, Abby Tolano and Dom Stitt, they're going to be a real threat when it comes to the pointy end of the season.
Dom Stitt, I like this order for her as well. Good swimmer, really, really strong. I think third in the surf race at the Aussie title. She'll set herself up, has a good ski leg, get herself into the race nice and comfortably here. So she could be a bit of a dark horse for the podium. Had a good couple of rounds over the last couple of weeks. So we'll take a look, but I think the favourite, you've got to go Tiani Massey. The way she finished last summer, the form she was in, if she has a race up to that standard, she'll go close here as well.
I think so. She has to be odds on. She has to be favourite, but I don't mind the look of Lily O'Sullivan here. She's been swimming phenomenally. She was leading the surf race earlier today until her club mates found a little wave and went past her, but she'll put herself right in the mix for this one, and she will go right there with that last leg there. She's the world board champion. She'll be right there at the finish, so would not surprise to see her take out and spoil Tiani Massey's party.
It's all been said. It's time to get it done. The girls are on the line. The ironwoman final here at the Shore and Partners World Ocean Series. Burleigh 5000, the final individual event of the day. Off and away, and almost immediately Tolano, Stitt and Singleton run all the way around. Izzy Tate went up to that top end as well to jump in the rip, use the wash back across, but the men's race, it seemed like the middle of the field was where it was at. They shot out very quickly, but admittedly, Walker, Ethan Callahan, two of the strongest swimmers were in the centre there.
Well, that's right. You can see straight to the front there is Dom Stitt of Mooloolaba. She's gone right to the very front, and she's going to try and lead this race, as is Claudia Slavin. So Claudia Rose Slavin also pushed herself right in there, right to the front. As we can see, that northern side, we saw Tolano, we saw Harris head on down there. I don't know it's going to actually work out too much. Sets on as well, so they're going to have to hit the bottom. They're going to try and grab some sand and push off. This might just mean those that went north are going to get a bit of advantage, because the ones that are on the south may just miss that cam.
Yeah, they're washing down a little bit further than the guys did, and it's definitely that sort of top half of the field that are doing well. There's some good swimmers in there. When you start to have a look at it, Jazzy Raywood, and part of that open water junior swim team, Fenella Gibbs-Beale, part of the Australian swim team for a while there. Bella Williams can swim as well, and those 3 or 4 girls side by side, that's a lot of water moving very, very quickly, and the rest of the girls, if they're fighting back against it, they can get away very nicely. So Raywood's another one I like to see here. She can set herself up in the swim, has a great ski leg, obviously, and it'll be interesting to see how much of a jump she's made over the winter. She's gotten to the point where she's in that conversation as being truly elite amongst the elite. She's in that sort of 5 or 6
matches this year. She has to really decide whether she wants to take on the Ironwoman dream this year or chase the Olympic dream. And I know that there's a few clashes right now, so she's got decisions to make. But right now, all she's got to focus on is taking this out. Lily O'Sullivan looks like she has gone right to the front of this one and is powering away.
Yeah, world surf race champion, leader of the surf race today, Lily O'Sullivan. She's doing a great job there, strung out with the rest of the field. It looks like nobody really has dropped off the back of this. No gaps have opened up. They're all sort of strung there as they move along the back. The girls are all tucked in. She's a great competitor, been around for a long time, but still relatively young in terms of the sport. Got plenty more years, but experience beyond her age, that's for sure. And she knows how to get the front of races, and she's a winner through the age groups. 15, 17, she won year after year after year. She knows what it takes, knows what to do to put herself in the right spot, and she's setting up this one very nicely.
Well, that's right. It's a hard thing to get to the front of a race and to actually finish it off and win, but Lily O'Sullivan knows how to win. She is a winner, and there's a good old saying, winners win, and that's what she does. But right now she's trying to do what she can to get herself an advantage coming into the wave zone, and we know what it was like. Kai Taylor found himself a nice little wave, so there is the opportunity for that wave to be picked up and to bring you right back through the field. But right now you have to think that it's Lily O'Sullivan that leads this one out. She's probably got 2 to 3 lengths. I can see the Mooloolaba cap there. I'm going to say that's Stitt there in 3rd spot. I'm trying to pick up who it might be. It might be Jazzy Raywood there or Claudia Rose Slavin there on that southern side. But you can see Burleigh 1 and 2 at the moment. Lily O'Sullivan leads them out. Dom Stitt just in behind. You see Northcliffe right there in the mix as well. So it's a good race right now, Joshy.
Yeah, a little break in the top 3 or 4 at the moment, top 3 to the rest of the group. They've come a little straighter down the line there. There's a Northcliffe cap on the front end. Not much on offer in terms of waves. The little one stands up here. A couple of girls will get a push. Tiani Massey, she's on the northern side there of that group in the Marucci cap. They stand up. Here's the little wave. This is going to break it wide open. Our leader gets down the front of it there. She'll body surf it all the way to the beach, and out the back, waves on.
Yeah, out the back, waves on. You can see the maroon star coming on through there. A couple of prominent ones. But Lily O'Sullivan's going to get a little bit of a break here. It was Jazzy Raywood and Dom Stitt right by her tail, and they've been swallowed up by the field. Claudia Rose-Slaven's going to stand up. So is Tiani Massey. We haven't mentioned her once yet this race, but here she is. When the moment comes, you've got to be there. She's put herself in that position. Claudia Rose-Slaven right there in the mix. We can see as well coming on through Jazzy Raywood, Georgia Singleton, Fenella Gibbs-Bill, Dom Stitt, Lily Finardi, Bella Williams, Charlotte Hart. Finish off there with Claudia Kelly going onto a ski leg. Watch for Claudia Kelly.
She'll make a big move. See the girl on the southern side dragging them back up there. Claudia Rose-Slaven's on it away. Lily O'Sullivan just gets clipped on the northern end. Claudia Rose-Slaven, Tiani Massey had great transitions onto the ski. They've closed the gap, but Lily O goes up and over one. Tiani Massey half ski length behind. Claudia Rose-Slaven did a fantastic job. Dragged the ski up, lit a little gap, snuck through it, got herself clear water, and now sitting pretty in third place.
Yeah, and class prevails as well. Tiani Massey found a way to find that little body wave and held it, and now just making all the clinical skills right now, just making every those 1%ers count. She's found herself a nice little bit of a tail wash there on Lily O'Sullivan. She's going to shadow her around now.
We didn't talk enough about Tara Schotter. What a great swim she had. She was leading that second sort of pack, came around, and she's sitting on the far northern side. Got a little bit of work to do. The girls are sort of closing the gap on her there, but a great start for her there to sit in that front sort of 5 or 6 around the swim. Lily O doing her thing at the moment, being chased very hard by Tiani Massey.
Well, that's right, Lily O. She's the champ. She's the local hope right now, but there's plenty of them. 10 females from Burleigh Heads Mowbray Park in this final. They make up half the field. And they're just seeing there, Jess Conrad, she's just towards the tail end there, but 15 years old, an open female ironwoman final. What a performance she's put in to qualify.
And had a huge day of racing down in the junior area in her age group as well this morning, so she'll be very, very exhausted to come here and race the best in the business, but she's looking towards the future as well. She'll be here for plenty more rounds in terms of the World Ocean Series. Lily O'Sullivan leads as she goes around. Tiani Massey hot on her heels. There's a bit of a break back to the rest of the field now. Just trying to pick up who's sitting in third place. I don't know. Claudia Rose-Slaven might have dropped off in the
Claudia Kelly there.
Claudia Kelly
herself up there, so she's an absolute phenomenal ski paddler. She comes out of New Zealand, East End there, and she's made her way into the professional series for the first time, and so you can see there picking up a little bit of a bump. Was it Tiani Massey? Lily O that's picked that one up and rode that one out. Tiani Massey hugging that northern line, so knows that the runs will come, and she's trying to put herself in a position to be able to put that pedal down and go with them, but Lily O has broken away once again.
Lily O turned that final can. There's a big runner off that back can as well, and just put the left pedal down and continued towards Talabudra. Tiani Massey cut back, and it hasn't really paid off for her. Lily O has done that absolutely perfectly. If she can get over the top of this one, run it down to the beach nice and clean, it will be a big run back, but it's a massive move that's going to pay off.
Oh, a huge mountain to climb for the rest of the female field as well. You've got the World Board Champion going into the board leg as a final leg, but Tiani Massey, she's the Shore and Partners World Ocean Series Board Champion from last year, so if there's anyone that can do it right now, you'd have to think it's Tiani Massey, and she has closed that gap in the final stages of the ski.
Yeah, that little wave on the edge there really shut that gap up, and it's only a couple of metres. Lily O leads around. Tiani Massey in second place. Claudia Kelly, then Claudia Rose-Slaven, Jazzy Raywood, Charlotte Hart, Dom Stitt. A little bit further back there, Tara Schotter. The rest of these girls might be too big a battle for them. Side by side, Massey and Lily O.
It's the little things that count as well. Lily O was position number 1 on the line. She had to go a long way north. Tiani Massey, she was about position 10, so she had a closer line. And as you see it right now, Tiani Massey has actually gone past Lily O'Sullivan, and she has hit the front for the first time in this race. Lily O's off as well. Lily O'Sullivan just falling off her board. That has given a big gap now to Tiani Massey. Waves on offer though.
Big mistakes there. The girls come around. Izzy Tate, Dakota Luke, Carla Papak. The girls work their way through. Georgia Singleton, Abby Tolano, Sienna Bush, Jess Conrad making her way back to the beach. Lily Finardi, Grace Harris as our leaders. What about that? You open the door for Tiani Massey, and she's not just gonna pass her way through it. She's gonna kick that gap wide open and grab it with both hands, and that's what she's done. It's a 2, maybe 3 board length lead.
Yeah, she's opened that right up right now on Lily O'Sullivan. As you can see, these back markers navigating this shore break. It's tough work. I like the moves of Claudia Kelly, big and strong out there on that northern side. She's gone through. As the rest of them on this southern side started to clip, they didn't have the skills that would have got them through, and they kind of got wash, whereas Claudia Kelly, clean and precise. Charlotte hard on this southern side. She's got herself into a good rhythm, but look at the lead that Tiani Massey has opened up.
A shortcut's generally the longest road, Duff. If you take the shortcut, go straight in, you're going to get punished the entire time in this nor'easter. You can't be soft in the final leg of an iron. You've got to make the move up the beach. You've got to jump in the hole, go round it. Jake Morris just walked past and said, why didn't they go up? And because they're tired, they're exhausted, and they're making mistakes, you've got to do the right things.
Well, that's it. It's decisions right now under fatigue. And look at the run that has just opened up. This is clinical right now from Tiani Massey. She went in on the footsteps of Lily O'Sullivan. She had the better of the northern line, but she made it the most of it as well. It's all good having the right alley. If you don't do anything with it, it's pointless.
That is exactly right. Massey turns for home. There's going to be runners, that's for sure. Can Lily O'Sullivan pull it out of the fire? Massey gets a run. It's not what she would have wanted. She would have hoped something a little bigger. There's waves out the back. Look at Lily O go. She's put the rating up through the roof, but the gap is massive. Massey looks over her shoulder, hoping. This might be it if she can get down it.
It could be it if she can get down and it fills in on her. She has to watch that one go under. It stands up there for Lily O'Sullivan. She misses that as well. Here we go. Winner's wave right here if she can get down it. It'll be a long way from over, but it'll bring her all the way to the beach. So Tiani Massey is very, very close to securing her first win of the summit, the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series Burleigh 5000. She has upset the Burleigh crowd once again. Out the back, though, we can see closing in. It's Claudia Kelly as well as Lily O'Sullivan. Claudia Kelly has the inside line, but put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for Tiani Massey. She'll be your champion here on Burleigh Beach for the Burleigh 5000, the Shaw and Partners World Ocean Series. She takes 5,000 points up the M1 to the Sunshine Coast with her. Well, we've got a sprint here for the minor places. It's Claudia Kelly versus Lily O'Sullivan. They're both off. It's a clean race. It's a foot race across the sand. Lily O'Sullivan right now got the best of Claudia Kelly. And a fitting result there for Lily O'Sullivan. It would have been upsetting to see her drop a bit further down, as well as the minors as well. Claudia Kelly rounds that out. But the minors, look at Charlotte Hart. She is in tremendous form right now. Claudia Rose Slavin there in 5th spot. Jazzy Raywood in 6th. Izzy Tate has had a tremendous final board paddle to get herself into the mix there, right at the pointy end there. Bella Williams rounds out your top 8. Chelsea Woods there in 9th. Singleton there of Northcliffe in 10th, and 9th and 10th, Shotter and Singleton. Carla Papik there, probably a little bit disappointed with that result, as would Dom Stippy towards the tail end. But Joshy, you got there, Tiani Massey, the winner.
I do. I'm down here with the champ. One race to start the summer, one win. It's a good way to begin.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's so early to feel like racing, you know. We're in, what are we in? October, September? I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a long grind of an off season. You know, juggling work and training, so I'm actually just so happy to be back racing because it means that I can finally start to slow down a bit.
Does it give you confidence? Do you think, oh, we're off to a good start, or do you not put too much into it given there's bigger goals later in the summer?
No, I'm really just taking it one by one, and I knew that I needed to race before, you know, the old and the series starts. So any chance I get to race, I'm going to take it, you know, when I can, you know, with work and that sort of thing. So yeah, I'm just looking at it one by one, just trying to do the best I can each time I go through.
Back-to-back third-place finishes, I think, in the Ironwoman series here. What's the goal? Obviously, everybody wants to win, but you got to know that you're in the hunt year after year. I'm thinking this is your year. Do you feel that way?
Oh, thanks, Josh. I mean, it's so tough. It is so tough. I've been, trying to win this series for a few years, and like you said, I've got third 3 years in a row, and the absolutely results I'm extremely proud of, especially, you know, I still feel like I'm still getting into my own in this type of racing, but yeah, I mean, I'm going to chase the win like I have the last 3 years, and I'm just going to give it everything I have, and whatever happens at the end of the day, I'm sure it's something I'll be proud of.
5,000 points is a good way to start. Ladies and gentlemen, Tiani Massey is your Ironwoman champion here at the Burleigh 5000.
Thanks, Joshy.
Yeah, massive congratulations there, Tiani Massey, starting her summer the way she finished last year, right up the very tippy top. We're going to ask the open mixed Taplin relay swimmers into the marshalling, ready to race. We don't want any gaps here. We've got the live stream rolling. We don't want too much dead time. Josh and I have to feel too much. It'll get dangerous. I might start talking whale again, Josh. But we need all the swimmers for the open mixed Taplin into the mix. But what a treat we have had there with the open Ironman Iron Women. for the first event of the Australian leg, the Shore and Partners World Ocean Series.
Is that
5,000.
Is that the best start to a summer we've ever had in the World Ocean Series? The two races there, ironman, ironwoman, they're the most high quality starts I've ever seen. Normally we roll around, we've been to Burleigh, we've been to Wanda, those have been good, but this is the cream of the crop, and Ethan Callahan, Zach Morris, Lily O'Sullivan and Tiani Massey, they're the top of the tiers. So I think it's a pretty good start, and if this is signs of things to come, we're in for one hell of a year.
Well, I think it could be signs of things to come. I wouldn't be surprised one little bit to see Tiani Massey and Zach Morris go away with the overall title. Potentially just setting themselves up for success right now by a 5,000 point win here. Get a bit of form, understand how it's going, feel how the body's moving. I think you could see them winning the whole thing.
Confidence is infectious as well. It starts to roll. You feel good about yourself, and you start to get that, I can do this. I can get one win. I can get two. I can get three. And before you know it, you've got enough points. And you, as your mate Beats would say, you'd rather be looking at it than looking for it. And Tiani Massey, Zach Morris, 5,000 in the bank. Bang. Thank you very much.
Well, that's right. And you and I both know 5,000 probably doesn't win it for them, but it's a good. Confidence is infectious, and I can see them just moving from strength to strength and being right there at the very end. And look, that's what they deserve to be. They're champions of our sport. You'd have to say right now they're both in their respective fields top five.
Spot on, without a shadow of a doubt. And the other thing, the spoilers, Maroochydore, Northcliffe. Burleigh had, 22, 23 out of the 40 and couldn't get her in there. That's heartbreaking for them. But early days, plenty of opportunity. That's surf racing, isn't it?
It just goes to show you only need one dog in the fight to get the win, and that's it. Northcliffe and Maroochydore, both powerhouse clubs themselves, and look, they brought their stars. They brought Tiani Massey, they brought Zach Morris, and look, we got the mixed tackling coming up, and that's when the club pride really comes out. They will be filthy Burleigh if they don't walk away with this one, though.
Yeah, they want to get it on home soil. You want a hometown win, and I have a couple of teams in there fighting it out. I can see Joey Piper, Jim Koch, Ethan Callahan starting. Might head out first in a couple of different teams on the swim there. But good result.